Hey guys, this is Miss Ghazali. I'm gonna do numbers 13, 19, and 25 from page 531 from your assignment. Just to help you out, I picked the harder problems from each group just so that in case you're stuck, you can refer to this tutorial and hopefully that'll help you out with the rest of the problems. Okay, so let's start with number 13. So 12 minus x squared over x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually rearrange the numerator in order. So that'll be negative x squared minus x plus 12 over x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay, so the problem with the numerator is that negative in front of the x squared. So let's factor it out. Negative. Okay, so if we factor it out, we'll get negative x squared plus x minus 12 over x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay, let's factor the top and the bottom. Okay, oops, 1 second. I'm still learning how to use this. So just be patient with me. Let me scroll down. Okay. So let's see. And then in the bottom, oops, again. This is, okay. Let's see. So we're gonna factor the bottom as well. So the bottom is gonna get factored to, remember, two numbers that multiply to 15 and add to negative 8. So that would be negative 5 and negative, oops, negative 3, and then the top is going to be positive 4 and negative 3 because they have to multiply to negative 12 and add to 1, right? Okay, so after we're done, we should have things that cancel. So as you can see, the x minus 3 will cancel. Okay, so we'll be left with this pen situation is a little bit hard. Okay, so negative x plus 4 over x minus 5. Okay, so that would actually be our final answer. That was horrible. X minus 5. Okay, I hope I'll get better at this and it'll be smoother later. But remember, we have to state our restrictions. Now, restrictions is whatever makes your denominator equal to 0. So you could check here, but it's hard to know here because we hadn't factored it. So I would look at the factors, and even you want to check the restrictions before you cross anything out. So here, what would make this denominator equal to 0 is if x was 5 or if x was 3. So x cannot be 5 or 3. Okay? So that is for number 13. Okay, let's do 19. Okay, let's do 19. Just gonna do a new page. Okay, 19. Alright, so let's see. And again, I picked the hardest ones, so this should really help you out. X squared minus 5x plus 6 over x squared minus 4 times x squared plus 3x plus 2 over x squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay, let's factor. So I like to set up my problems like this because these are all gonna factor like the AC method. Okay. Okay, this watermark is really annoying, but it should be fine if I scroll up. Okay, so for the top, really quickly, what does that factor to? So the top is going to be x minus 3, x minus 2. The bottom is the difference of 2 squared. So x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, here we have x and x. So 2 and 1, so plus 2 plus 1. Okay, and then you should know how to factor using the AC method by now. So I'm not going over that because we really spent a lot of time on it. This is going to be negative 3 plus 1, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can cross some things out. So remember, you can cross things out as long as one is at the top and one is at the bottom. So let's see. We could do this. We could do the x plus 1s will cancel. The x plus 2 here will cancel with the x plus 2 here. X, oh wow, look. Everything actually will end up canceling. But the answer is not 0 because if everything cancels, the answer is 1. Okay. Whew, this pen situation. Okay. Oops. So the answer is 1. Okay, let's do our restrictions. What can x not be? So from here, x can't be negative 2. But also from here, x can't be positive 2. From here, x can't be 3. And from here, x cannot be negative 1. Okay? So the answer is 1, and our restrictions are x can't be negative 2, 2, 3, and negative 1. Alright, and finally, moving on to the last problem. Number 25, I said we would do? Yep. Okay. So when you're dividing rational expressions, let me see number 25. Yeah, so when you're dividing rational expressions, you want to remember that you need to multiply by the reciprocal. So you need to change it to multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay, so let's get started. Y squared minus 5y plus 6 over y cubed. Okay, divided by y squared plus 3y minus 10 over 4y squared. Oops. 4y squared. Okay. Oops. All right, so let's begin. So before I change it to multiplication, I like to factor, and you'll see why in a second. Y cubed. Okay, divided by. So I'm keeping it as division for now. Now, if you notice, the denominators, I can't really factor, so I'm just going to leave them the same. Okay, so at the top, so this is a y, so y and y. Okay. Okay, two numbers that multiply to 6 add to negative 5, negative 3, and negative 2. Here, two numbers that multiply to negative 10 and add to 3. So, positive 5 minus 2, right? Yes, okay. All right. Now, that's still division. We have to change it to multiplying by the reciprocal. So, y minus 3, y minus 2 over y cubed times. So flip your second fraction. That's the reciprocal. Y plus 5 times y minus 2. Okay? So cross these out. That's the only thing I can cross out, except the y squared here and the y cubed here, I can simplify that. So remember, 2 minus 3 gives us negative 1, so that gives us a y on the bottom. So if I rewrite this, it's going to be 4 times the y minus 3, okay? And then, on the bottom, remember, the y squared and the y cubed simplify to a y on the bottom. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. I'm gonna get better at this. Hold on. Okay, I just keep pressing stuff by accident. So y on the bottom, and then we have ay plus 5. Okay, and that should be our final answer. And it is. Now, we have to do our restrictions. So for restrictions with division, I recommend you look at every single point in your problem. So if we look at our original problem, y can't be 0 from here, and also from here, y can't be 0, because if y was 0, the whole denominator would be 0. Okay, and then after we flip, so let's write that down. So y can't be 0. And then after we flipped our fraction, here y can't be -5, and here y can't be 2. So our restrictions are 0, -5, and 2. Okay? Alright, so those are the 3 problems that I decided to do. Obviously, there's a lot more that you have to do for your homework or classwork, but hopefully this will help you enough to be able to do the rest. It takes a while, so that's why I'm giving you enough time to do this. But if you have any questions, let me know, and let me know if this video helped you out. Okay? Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.